wasted this, like they say, quit wasting our time. And I said, well, I said, I'm trying to, like, really, I don't want to pump myself up, but, I'm really here to protect the time-space, the fabric of the time-space continuum by wasting the time of all except, like I'm going to end all particle collisions would end under my watch, which would probably not be good because there's probably a lot of necessary particle collisions. I really don't know what I'm talking about. That's the truth. I like to think I just like the idea. I don't know. Like there's words that just fit this podcast. Particle collider, even collider. Oh, there's another word that looks like collider, which means I think a solid, like when asphalt is in liquid form. I think it's called something colloidal. I think that's it. Yeah, like oatmeal is another thing. Like when you put oatmeal in what do you call that stuff? Like a bomb, it will be looser than a bomb. In a lotion, I think that's colloidal too. Maybe mispronouncing it, and I don't know how that got on the subject. I just like in my head, I'm picturing trucks with that on there. I like looking at that on trucks when it says something colloidal on this truck. Sleep with Me, the podcast made by a man who stares at trucks and like looks for words to distract him. And hence, like, who would have thought these things would come in barely useful, like driving around with slack-jawed, looking. This is probably back when I was in the way back of the station wagon, just looking for any sort of distraction. Because that freaking, first of all, who came up with that friggin', what is that, license plate game? Only a parent, and I mean, now I'm a parent, so I'm guilty, would come up with a game like that. Because really, unless you, I mean, it can be kind of fun, like, but mostly you really need to be in like like somewhere that has a high number of tourist traffic. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be criticizing that game because I played it enough. But I mean, I guess it would be more boring to play like a game in a car where it's like, look for words that Scooter might go on tangents about. Who would have thought I mean, I think if you listen to this podcast, you'd say colloidal. And whatever the proper pronunciation is, like you might say, well, I wonder how he would pronounce that. Here, that's a game. Sleep with Me, the driving game that puts the passengers to sleep. So drivers, you can't play this, but, keep your eyes out on stuff and look for words that I may mispronounce. I think French language words are probably the most likely. Because it just seems like they wreak havoc with me. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. This is a podcast to put you to sleep, believe it or not. It's to take your mind off stuff, to keep you company. I'm your bore friend. I'm your bore bae. I'm your bore bud. I'm your bore cuz. Whatever, your bore sib. Just like we're your bunk bed bore buddy. Your bore bestie. Yeah, this really the spirit of the podcast is like if we were in a set of bunk beds. And I think whether, if you're comfortable on the top bunk, it's good to have my voice, whatever, just like the gummy matter in my brain, like the bed, kind of comes through. I don't know any of those words. My vocabulary gets shortened when I need it. But so like, just like we're sharing a bunk bed and you say, I can't sleep. I said, don't worry about it. I got you covered. I'll be here. I'll be here for about an hour. I'll be talking. It'll be kind of like a story coming up. I don't even know. Like it's Sunday. It's actually the night before Labor Day when I'm recording this. And I said, well, let me try to record an episode right now. I just folded laundry. And so that's it. I mean, this is a podcast to take your mind off stuff, to keep you company and to put you to sleep. And I'm glad you're here. I appreciate your time. I really hope I really yearn to help you fall asleep. All right. Thanks for coming by. Hey, everybody, it's Scoots, and if you hear this spot, you've heard about our work to support the Midnight Mission, the fact we're building hygiene kits. If you hear this message, I would love for you to sign up at sleepwithmepodcast.com/Midnight Mission for our free newsletter, because I got a big announcement I'm going to be trying out here in April. I'm going to take all of the money we make from merch and all the money we make from sleep phones and use it to buy stuff for the hygiene kits I'm going to be doing for my local live shows. All of our profits for the show. So it'd be great if you sign up for the newsletter. That's a free way to help, and you could sign up to do more. But then I'm taking Sleep With Me's, the money we would normally make to put towards other things, we're going to use it to buy stuff for hygiene kits. So if you've been thinking about merch, now's the time to do it. sleepwithmepodcast.com/store. Buy some merch, and I'm going to use my part to buy supplies for our hygiene kits. And that's me putting my money right out there, right behind my actions. And the same thing goes for sleep phones. sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones. That's sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones. And this can be an experiment to see what I can do with my investment and just kind of say, hey, you want to join me? There'll be ways at our newsletter, but sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones. Use our, what is that called? Oh, Sleep With Me to get $5 off the promo code. So sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones and sleepwithmepodcast.com/store. And I'll be using my proceeds to support the hygiene kits and the Midnight Mission. And of course, those are both small businesses, Topatico and Sleep Phones. So you're also supporting some wonderful small businesses too. If you hear this message, I would love for you to sign up at sleepwithmepodcast.com/Midnight Mission for our free newsletter. Thanks so much. Hey, everybody. So tonight we're going to be talking, it's interesting, sometimes real life and intersects in a fun way that makes it for a perfect podcast episode. Oh, ideally, but like boring and meandering, believe me.